Okay, so today I'm going to tell you guys about the best salesperson in the world, the best salesperson I have ever trained in 20 years. So her name is Karin, and Karin, let me give you my background first. So my name is Ori. I'm executive director for GoToMarket for Manos Health, healthcare marketing and consultancy, and I run a outbound agency, Mirraponte Marketing, with my wife. So back in the day, my family, we would train bartenders, and then we would do like fancy cocktail events and stuff. But for a long time, our bread and butter was just good old bartending school, get people jobs, stuff like that. So we had a lot of salespeople. We had a lot of really smart men. We had a lot of really good looking women. And the one that stood out the most was Karin. And Karin was not very gimmicky. She didn't really play games. She just loved bartending. She was all about the life. She was bartending herself. And she worked she was a family friend too. But she worked in a bar in South Street called Makos in Philadelphia with like a big tacky giant shark outside. It was a dive bar, and she would make $300 to $500 on a Sunday in 2005. And her sales process, she would just talk about it. And she would just pull stacks of cash out of her purse, and people would sign up because they're like, okay, the class is $600-700. She made $400 last night. Okay, I can do this too. And the great thing about Karin is she just cared. Like, I do think that women in general are better salespeople than men. I don't know if that's a very controversial statement, but that's always been my experience. Most of my trainers were women. Most of the best salespeople I've known were women. I do think that maybe the top tier are probably guys that are working 100 hours a week for 10 years and, deca millionaires. I think Karin's a deca millionaire too. She got really into the tech startup world, and her company raised a lot of money. So basically, what's the point of this story? So I sell personally what's working the best for me right now. So I used to sell cold email. Cold email used to be really cheap. We charged $1,000 a month. Really good margins, really effective. Everybody was getting leads. Everybody was happy. Now, cold calling is really effective. I got really good at it. I got really good at scripting, at sourcing offshore talent, at finding data using AI very cheaply. I mean, it's still really expensive, but it doesn't cost us like $2,500 a month per. We used to charge like $7,000, $8,000. Now we're at 2.5K or 2K, and it just it's really working. LinkedIn is working pretty well. And cold calling or cold email is working, but not very well. Isn't it interesting that in the cold email space, the guys who just do cold email are saying, oh, it's fine, we're back to where we were before, and everybody else is saying, yeah, it's really not as good. Isn't that interesting? I'm sure that's just a coincidence. Anyway, if you need help with cold calling, cold email, we also do other stuff too. We do for local business, for clinics, we do SEO, paid media, and conversion optimization are kind of the big three. Then we do affiliate stuff. So if you need help with your business, with lead generation, or just want to talk and feel like you're not crazy, just reach out. You can DM me, go on one of our websites, mirrapontemarketing.com, manoshealth.com. I love you. Talk to you tomorrow.